Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're at. Welcome. We are glad to have you. My name is Rob. Why do I do that? My name is Robin. That's my signature. My name is Robin, and behind the camera and behind the computer is Bill, and we are Raincross Farms Makery. We are coming to you from just outside of Lewiston, Idaho. And we love to craft, and we love to give you ideas, and we love to inspire you to get your craftiness on. So thank you for joining us. And I am going to, if you'll pardon me, I'm going to get the live up on my phone so I can see comments a little bit closer. So good morning, Liana. Good morning, Lindy. Good morning, Katana. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Cindy. Hope everyone is doing well. Good morning, Cheryl. Thank you for welcome to Craft Around the Clock followers. We are glad to be joining your feed this morning. And good morning, Sissa. Let me tell you a little bit about the craft, and then we'll do some greeting. So we are going to be using this transfer. This is our January club transfer. It's exclusive to club members and designers. And this is going away in 3 days. January 31st is the last day this will be available. But I wanted to show you how versatile it is and how you can use it multiple different ways. So you can see the shirt I'm wearing. We used this transfer on it. We did a little watercolor background technique with ink, and I think it looks awesome. I love it. And we also did this sign on our Aiden board, and we used, instead of using the little hearts, we used some wooden hearts on magnets because this surface is magnetic, so it made a cute little sign. And today I'm going to show you how you don't have to use the entire thing. You can just use a part of it, depending on what your needs are. So let's see, who have I missed? Good morning, Sissa. Good morning, Joy. Welcome, Patty. Yes, it's good to be back. Good morning. Thank you, Sissa. I love this shirt. It was not my idea for the design. I have a chalk sister who was the first one I saw do this, and so I stole her idea and ran with it. I think she's okay with it. Her name's Joy, if you want to follow her.
Hey, Joy from California. What part of California are you from?
Oh, welcome, Joy. Yeah, you did. Okay, so anyway, today we are going to use parts of this transfer.
Welcome, Vicki.
Welcome, Vicki. First time watching. Great. I hope it's not your last time. Let me get this out of the way. You diehard video live Facebook watchers know the drill. We would like it if you would love our page, follow our page. We are 8 people away from hitting 800, and we're kind of just starting out. We would love to get thousands and thousands of followers, but I'd be happy to hit 800 today. So if you are so inclined, please follow our page. And I just learned at our leadership convention that it may very well be an old wives' tale that we can't say this word. The problem comes when you overuse this word, then Facebook doesn't like it. So I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to say, please share our video out to your friends, to any other craft groups you're a part of. We would so appreciate it. Helps us get our name out there, and we would sure appreciate that. Okay, back to the craft. This is a Dollar Tree bamboo cutting board. It is, I'm going to measure it with my brand new ruler that I got. For those of you that don't know, I just got back from a week-long leadership conference in Las Vegas, and there's a Container Store in Las Vegas, and they had this awesome ruler in almost our chalk couture colors. So I have my new ruler. So this is roughly 8 3/4 by just about 6 inches. So cute little cutting board. We're not going to use it as a cutting board though. We're going to make a cute little sign out of it. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to make it kind of sentimental. Now, this could very well be a Valentine's theme, but it doesn't need to be. It says, if you can't read it, love is not just looking at each other, it's looking in the same direction. It's a quote from Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. He is the one that wrote The Little Prince. Not necessarily a Valentine's Day phrase. I mean, definitely could be a Valentine's Day phrase. It could be a wedding phrase. It could just be an inspirational phrase. We are just going to use love and each other on this sign. So let's get to getting. I'm not going to use the wood color. I'm going to paint this. Let me see. Let me get out. I'm gonna give this just a quick sanding so my paint will stick. Okay. Thank you, Sissa, for following. Thank you, Angela. We sure appreciate it. Thanks, Melissa. We love being here. Good morning, Vicki. Good morning, good afternoon. Depends on where you're at. Great. Thank you, Sissa. Okay. Sometimes this kind of had it wasn't a waxy coating, but it's kind of a smooth coating. And I want my paint to stick really well. So just a quick sanding. This is one of, I don't know, I think this is one of Dollar Tree's better quality items. And they don't always have them. So let me get all that.
Using a Dollar Tree sanding block.
Oh yes, I used a Dollar Tree sanding block. And I'm going to paint it with Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint. This is in rich black. You can get this at, I probably got this at Joann's. Walmart has some brands they carry. I don't know if they carry Folk Art. I think they carry Waverly, or they used to. But any chalk paint. I like using chalk paint because it has really good coverage. It bonds really well to the surface and it dries really quickly. So I'm just going to quickly.
Helen is saying hello from Tennessee. Yay!
Welcome, Helen. Ellen. And we have visited Tennessee and we loved it. We were tempted to move there.
Idaho won.
Idaho won. We are former Southern Californians. Have not looked back. There's only one day of the year, well, so far, one day of the year that I hate Idaho, and that's the day my kids come to visit, and it's the day that they leave. And I think, why did we move to Idaho? And then I get over it, and then I look around, and I fall back in love with Idaho. So I'm going to quickly paint this up. This is probably only going to need one coat. Like I said, chalk paint gives pretty good coverage. Now, I told you that this is an exclusive transfer, exclusive to our club members and designers. And what our club is, it's a monthly subscription service where you get crafting supplies at your door once a month. So every month you get an 8.5 by 11 transfer like this, and you also get 3 paste packets. And this one happens to come with peony, kind of a light pink, raspberry sorbet, a darker pink, and shimmer silver. However, we're not going to use those colors. Those are the colors we used here. We're not going to use those colors today. We're going to change it up, and we're going to do black and gold. I don't know, maybe because I was in Las Vegas and those are the Golden Knights colors. I don't know. I just thought it would be very elegant to do black and gold.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm going to do the sides and the front. Now I will go back later and I will do the back because I'm kind of a firm believer in doing a completely finished project, and that means even paying attention to the back of your surfaces. Who knows? I may even just do it real quick right here. If you sell your items at a craft fair, I can almost guarantee you that if somebody looks at your pieces and they happen to turn it over and they see that the back isn't finished and you still have labels on it from the Dollar Tree, they're going to get a certain impression of you that may not be, it's subconscious. They're not automatically thinking cheap, but honestly, I think that kind of subliminally goes through their mind. Now, if they turn over your piece and it's completely finished and it looks lovely, that also sends a subliminal message that, oh, this is pretty, this is nice, this is very finished, very professional. So finish your pieces, even on the back. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to do that right today because we're pressed for time, but I will go back and I will paint the back. And I'm going to just give this a quick dry. Again, chalk paint dries really quickly. Just giving it a little help. That's one of the reasons why I like it. So we're giving this a black background, and I got some interesting ways of doing this. I am noticing lately I have been going to craft stores, and we ate at the Cracker Barrel in Las Vegas because we don't have one very close here. And I went through their gift shop and I'm looking at their crafts and their gifts, and I am noticing a big trend towards three-dimensional art, three-dimensional crafts, or an element of a third dimension. So that's kind of why on this piece here, I used little magnetic hearts just to kind of give it that third dimension. So we're going to do a little bit of that on this. Okay, I love your shot. Yes, sis, I do too. And so many colors. Thanks, Ellen. That's just, you know, you do you, but I really think you get a better impression when you finish your pieces completely.
Patty
Okay.
said hi to me.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Because she knows I'm a crazy person trying to read comments and craft. What is it? It keeps saying something goes wrong on my phone, but I know it hasn't. Okay, so I think that's dry. Now, before I put this on, I am going to wax this surface because freshly painted, I don't want this sticky transfer to pull up this paint. So I'm going to apply some surface wax. This is a wax that I sell in my shop. It's currently out of stock, but you can also just use paste wax from hardware store, but those they smell. Those smell bad. This smells wonderful. It barely has a scent. It's almost kind of a, I don't know, I smell coconut in it. So maybe they use coconut oil or something. So I'm just applying some wax. This will protect my transfer, and it will protect the paint. It will also kind of help fill in some of the wood grain grooves. So I put just a little bit on, and then I'm going to buff it out. And another trick I saw, the best practices for using this is to let it sit on the wood for about 15 minutes, let it soak in and absorb. But if you're pressed for time, you can just take your heat gun, not a heat gun. This is a very low temp blow dryer, basically. Don't use a heat gun, but basically just kind of warm up that wax. It will kind of do the same thing, help absorb into the paint, into the surface. Just for a bit, and then go back to buffing that in. Okay, that removes as much of the wax from the surface as possible, because too much wax will interfere with your chalk paste. So, can you believe it? January is almost over. I just keep looking at my calendar. It is this month has just flown by. Thank you, Joan. Joan or Joanne? I'm not sure. We have a sister-in-law whose name is Joanne, spelled like that, but a lot of people say Joan. So, however you pronounce it, welcome from New Hampshire. Okay, so I've got that off. Now I'm going to take out my transfer. I store them in the cellophane. That helps preserve the stickiness. Oh, and just remind me, I have February's club transfer here to show you, give you a sneak peek on that. It's not available until February 1st. Okay, so I'm going to get out my fuzzing cloth, and I am going to start at the corner and then work to the middle, pull it off, set that aside because I want to keep that. And I'm just going to fuzz this top part. And I've used this a couple of times, so it really doesn't need a whole lot of fuzz. The fuzz just lightens up the stickiness of the transfer. After you've used the transfer several times, you really don't need to do much fuzzing at all. Okay, so I'm going to center this on there, and on this, I am just going to chalk the words each other. Down just a little bit. Not even the word love. We're going to put that up at the top in a little different way. Okay, so I'm focusing just on each other. I'm pushing this down to make sure there's no air bubbles, to make sure there's no fuzz bumps underneath there. Pushing it down so there's no place for the paste to go except where I want it. And I'm going to chalk in shimmer gold on this. Love our shimmers. This is chalk paste. Sell it in my shop. It is chalk in paste form, and our shimmers have mica specks. They're not even flakes. They're just little microscopic mica pieces that give it that shimmer. Not exactly like a glitter, but shimmer. Okay, so I'm going to stir that up so all those mica flakes are distributed. I'm going to put a little bit, don't need a lot, I'm going to put a little bit of paste on my squeegee, and I'm just going to drag it across that screen. And I am hoping, that I'm sure it will, that this shimmer gold on that black will pop and make a beautiful statement. Yes, love shimmers. I don't know if you follow anyone who is a designer for Chalk Couture, but we have a brand new catalog coming out February 8th. It is available to view online. Can't shop from it yet, but it is available to view online, and we have I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 new shimmer colors coming out. They are gorgeous. If you're interested in looking at that new catalog, you can type catalog in the comments and I'll send you the link to see that new catalog. But yes, some gorgeous new paste colors and definitely 3, maybe even 4 shimmers. Okay, I think I'm done with gold. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to clean off my fingers first, and then we're going to reveal this. Be prepared to be awed, not odd, O-D-D, awed, A-W-E. Okay, so grab this. Here we go. Do it slowly. Woohoo! Oh, is that not beautiful? What do you think? Do we like that? That gold on the black. I wish the camera did better. Woo! But shimmery gold on that black. And you can kind of see some little holes in the letters. That's by design. It's kind of a rusticy looking font. So we've got each other. Now I want the word love up here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to chalk just the letters, L-O-V-E, and put them on a banner with, this is just gold scrapbook paper. And we're going to kind of string them on. What do you think? So let me put these down. And I'm going to use this same transfer. I'm actually going to put the backer sheet back on so I don't get any of this gold paste anywhere I don't want it.
Thank
you, Melissa. Okay, and Ellen wants to see the catalog. Okay, did you see this big old vat? We also went to Hobby Lobby when we got back to Spokane, which is our closest Hobby Lobby, and this is what Bill picked out. Two of these.
Right. Two of them.
It is as big as an entire coffee pot.
It is not.
But it's nice and thick, and it keeps your coffee pretty warm. Okay, so I am going to.
So Cheryl wants to know, are those the new tags that they have?
These are not the new tags, which is another thing. We do have some new tags that are easily chalkable. This is just gold scrapbook paper, cardstock. And I had my Cricut cut them out, but you could easily just cut it out with scissors, paper cutter. Okay, so I'm going to, how am I going to do this? I'm going to use some of my placement tape. So I don't want to put this all the way up to the top. I want it about there. Okay. So I'm going to line this up, try to get this centered. And I'm going to just do one letter at a time. And I'm lifting it up because I can kind of see the shadow. I can kind of see the shadow through the stencil.
Shelley came in a little bit later, says, what are you making?
We are making, this is a Dollar Tree bamboo cutting board, and we painted it up. And we are just going to make a little sign using portions of our club transfer. So this, and then for the word love, I'm going to put each letter on one of these little scrapbook paper banners. And we're going to chalk those in black. This is black velvet. Again, chalk in paste form. When it's dry, it's smudge and budge proof on chalkboard surfaces, on non-porous surfaces. It can be removed if you apply some water and some pressure. Otherwise, it pretty much stays in place, smudge and budge proof. So I'm just doing the L here. And I'm showing you this because I want you to see how you can take our transfers and you can use them different ways.
Oh, so someone wanted to know which Cricut do you have?
I have a Maker 2. No, the original Maker. It's not a Maker 2. They skipped a Maker 2. I have the original Maker, and that does just well and fine for me. I don't use it too often. Okay, so there's just the letter L.
So that paper looks like it's sort of a shimmery gold.
It is kind of a shimmer. And I'm going to give this just a little bit of a fuzz. I already fuzzed it once. Okay, and now I'm going to line up my next one.
She said she'll have to make this and give you credit for it.
Please do. Please do. We like to share. We like to inspire. Okay. And I'm just centering that as best I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. It is handmade. So don't expect perfection out of hand. If you want perfection, have a machine do it.
She said, awesome, thank you. She just got the Maker 2. So she's excited.
The Maker 3 or the
2.
Okay.
So make the two.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I saw that, and I thought, you know, for what I use it for, my original maker is just fine. But I did see all the bells and whistles that the new maker has. It's pretty awesome.
and she said she just ordered it. They were on sale.
Oh, yeah? I just got a new toy. I got the new, well, it's not new. I got the mini Easy Press, the little baby, because it was on sale at Home Shopping Network, and I had a coupon. So I got it really cheap. Okay, so there's my O. Another one, and I'm going to, I've got this tape here because it kind of tells me, that kind of lines up my top. And then kind of fuss with it till it gets centered horizontally.
Oh, she got her two for $179, and the three was just too much.
Okay, well,
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Good.
yeah.
It worked.
Oh, so
honestly.
you didn't get the newest.
Yeah,
Good
there's
for
nothing
you.
wrong
That's
with it.
like buying a brand new car. They go obsolete, not obsolete, but they go down in value.
Drive off the lot and
Yeah,
you lose
so-
$10,000.
So good for you. As long as it does what you need it to do.
Patty says she was wondering how you were going to use black on black. Must have missed something at the beginning. No, I don't think you missed anything. I'm not sure she said anything about it.
No, I didn't. I just said I was going to use black and gold. And because this paper is kind of coated, I didn't wax it. If it was just a really matte cardstock, I would probably have waxed it, but it kind of has a coating on it, and I fuzzed this pretty well early on, and it's been used a time or two, so it's not super sticky. So I'm not having any trouble pulling it off. Okay, push it down. Going to do the E.
Your lazy dogs are sleeping
Are
again.
they? Well, they've had so much excitement since we've been home. Like, Mom and Dad are home. They missed us. They missed our food scraps. Okay, and then there's the E.
They were attached to us by the hip for the last 24 hours. They wouldn't leave us alone.
There we go. So I've got LOVE. And I'm going to let that dry just for a second. While I'm letting that dry, do I have time? I'm going to show you how to clean a transfer. So I've got it down just on a dish drainer. Got it from the Dollar Tree. It's just going to collect the water underneath. So I'm going to spray it. Any kind of water you can spray it with. I discovered these. These are like fake paper towels. They are, got them at the Container Store. They are sponge cloths. And normally what I do is I wet this down and then I take a paper towel to get the bulk of that paste off. But then I throw away the paper towel, and that's kind of wasteful. So I discovered these. Somebody mentioned them at our conference. So I'm going to start using these to get that paste off. Then I can rinse this out and reuse it. I can't rinse off a paper towel and reuse it, no matter what the commercials say. So that's just getting my initial layer of paste off. Now I'm going to take my board eraser and sell these in my shop. It's like a magic eraser, but there's no chemicals. I'm just dipping it in a bucket of water and wringing it out. And now I'm going to go at this transfer with my board eraser, and it really pulls off that paste, especially that shimmer. And my goal is to get all of the paste out of the transfer, out of the silk screen. Now you can see some of it is stained because the black has such a high pigment level that it will stain. That's okay. That doesn't affect your ability to reuse it. These are reusable 10 to 12 times, guaranteed by the company. A little piece there, I'm going to scratch off. As long as you take care of them, clean them up right away. Don't let them soak in water. The stickiness, the adhesive is water-based. So if they soak in water for too long, you will scrape off your adhesive. So I'm just getting the paste out. I'm getting any of that fuzz out.
Hi,
Cleaning
Tina.
that off.
Tina just joined us.
Hey, welcome, Tina.
Tina, and then there's a question that Shelby asked, where did you go?
Where did I?
To Las Vegas.
We went to Las Vegas. Chalk Couture had a leadership conference, and I qualified to attend. So we went there, and we stayed a couple of extra days after, our boys came up from Southern California to visit. Okay, I'm going to let this air dry, but once it's dry, I'm going to put it back on the backer sheet, shiny side to sticky side, and put that away in its cellophane. Now, I just give this a quick dry to make sure it's dried. Ontario, Canada.
I gotta get our map up on the wall.
We
We bought a northern,
North America, was it North America? Or was it just,
it's right there.
okay, so I'm making sure that's dry. Now I have some gold cord. Well, this is actually crochet thread, but it's got a little gold sparkly thing through it. So I'm going to make kind of like a clothesline, and I had originally thought, well, maybe I will use some little clothespins, but I didn't really want it to look country-ish. If you wanted that look, that would be adorable to just clip those on with clothespins. But I wasn't looking for that look. So I'm just going to, I had my Cricut put some holes in it. Oops. So I'm just going to feed this in and out of these holes. Gold thread wants to separate. Let me make sure I spell this correctly. I don't spell vole or something. That gold thread just keeps separating. Okay, so again, this is our club transfer, only available to club members and designers. So if you love this and want to get a hold of it, you need to sign up as a club member before January 31st. What do you think? Is that not cute? I love that. What do you think? It almost looks like that is cut out, but it's not. Okay, so what I thought, I could glue this down, but what I thought I would do is I would use some little eye hooks. So let me pull a couple of those out. And if I did this correctly, what I did, this is wide enough that I think I can screw in these eye hooks into the top of this, because that's more than 1/4 inch wide. So what I did is I took, thank you, Cindy, thank you, Sissa. Okay, I don't know what, it's like a little mini handheld drill. You can find it in the jewelry section of, I think I got this at Joann's, but a craft store. And so I just took this to kind of start a pilot hole so that when I screw this in, it doesn't split out the wood. It kind of gives it a start. So I've already done this, but I'm just showing you what I did. It's very tiny, so it doesn't split the wood. And I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to start screwing this in. Again, I could staple this. I could staple this on the back. I think that's thick enough that a stapler would, not a handheld stapler, but what am I saying? Staple gun would go through that. If I wanted to just attach my hanger on the back, or I could glue it down, but I thought this would look nice. So I've got these little eye hooks, and I thought I could tie this on, give myself some room. How am I doing on time?
Got about, let's see, about 11 minutes.
Okay, good.
About 10 to 11 minutes.
Okay, so I want it to kind of drape down a bit, but not a lot. Okay, that looks good. Tie this in there. Good. Oh, it's too low. There we go. Trim those off. I might add just a little touch of hot glue just to make sure it doesn't work itself off. But there I've got my little love each other, just part of this transfer. Now let me show you how I made it sentimental. I was thinking I would use some wooden beads because those wooden bead hangers are very popular now. Again, I was trying to get a little bit away from the farmhouse country. Nothing wrong with it. I love that. But I want to show you something different. So I thought, what would be a little more classy and elegant? And then I was going through my stuff and I realized my mother had a boatload of costume jewelry, and she had a necklace, and it was kind of broken, and I saved all the beads, and it is these beautiful gold, different shapes of gold balls.
Was it like beads?
It had red. You can see it had some little red beads in there, and big beads, little beads. It was several strands, but I rescued it and I strung it in whatever order I chose, and I thought that would make a beautiful hanger instead of wooden beads. What do you think? It looks kind of like wooden beads on the camera,
You know,
but.
turn it over real quick. Let's look at it. There you go. A little better picture.
So anyway, different finishes of gold, and so I've already strung that. I'm glad I did because I'm running out of time. And I strung it on beading wire. This is bead stringing wire. So we'll see how that ties up. Don't want to, I'm going to use a surgeon's knot there, which is just stringing it around
Jody.
more than once.
Jody is a newbie. Welcome.
Welcome, Jody.
And everybody's saying they love it and it's pretty and creative and blah, blah. I'm sorry, am I saying it wrong?
Yeah, you said that out loud. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so again, a surgeon's knot, if you don't know, you just tie a single knot and you just loop it around once, and then if you loop it around a second time, it holds, it doesn't back out of itself. I didn't do that tight enough.
Teresa, we're glad you're here. She says sorry she's late. She'll go back and watch replay.
Okay.
We're just glad you're here.
Let me.
And you know, when you do, if you would just type in replay on it, hashtag replay, that'd be great.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to take the time. I'm gonna tighten that up a little bit later. I kind of did it a little loose.
You got
But-
about 4 minutes left.
Okay, but here we go.
Oh, I can.
There
turn
we go.
around. Let's turn around.
There is our love each other sign in classy black and gold. I debated doing it in silver and black, but I kind of like this. So again, this is our club transfer. Let me put our club transfer for January. Again, $19.99 a month, and to your door with free shipping, you get an exclusive transfer. And this, I've shown you several different ways we could use it. It comes with 3 paste packets. This one comes with peony, a light pink, raspberry sorbet, a dark pink, and shimmer silver. Now let me show you. All you need is a surface. And look, I showed you, you could do it with a Dollar Tree surface. Let me show you February's. I love this. This is also sentimental to me. This is the February transfer. Take the long way home, find joy in the journey. And this is sentimental to me because my mother, the owner of the costume jewelry, never drove a car. She rode her bicycle until she was in her 90s, all around town. So I'm going to be doing some things with this little bicycle. But this is February's transfer. It comes with paste packets in Lakeshore, Ocean Mist, and Berry. So it comes in the packets, but these are the colors that it comes with. And that's for February. So if you sign up after February 1st, this will be the monthly transfer. So if you're interested in that, type club in the comments, or I believe there's a link you can click on in the pinned comment. But great way to get your feet wet with Chalk Couture. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I gave you some inspiration on using some inexpensive surfaces, using, a recycle, upcycle, an old costume jewelry necklace. And I hope you enjoyed it, and we would love it. We would love it if you would follow our page, share our page. See how brave I am? I said that word. If you would share our videos out to your friends, tell your friends about us, follow us, like our page. We would appreciate it. It helps our business. And we will be back on tomorrow. Check our page out. We are going to be having an inventory blowout sale. So if you want to get some of my transfers that I just have sitting around that I need to get rid of, look for our page tomorrow, and we will have that live sale. So have a great day. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you later.
Question as we go off. We still got a minute here.
Okay.
Melissa says, do you have a website or link for your completed craft?
I do not. I'm in the process of doing like some auctions. I may post them for sale. I'm not at that point yet though, but if there's anything in particular you're interested in, let me know. And we can work on that. Okay, again, thanks a lot. We love you guys. May have your transfer. Okay. I think that's a message to someone else.
Jody, you typed in cub, and I don't know what.
Okay, well maybe it gave you club. If it didn't, hit me up and I'll get it to you. Just type in another message. I'll make sure you got it. Anyway, have a great day. We will see you later. Bye-bye.